play with his money, play with my. Get me right first, let's take flight. I got a job for you. First stop Peru. Out in the jungle, it get real out there. I live on the wild side, baby, truth or dare. Let's go to Aruba, then hit up Cuba. I know a couple hot spots where I could dive and scuba. Ain't you ever want to see the Ivory Coast? Just for being my pilot, baby, here's the toast. Hop on the jet ski, please wait on me. Plan to have some fun, tan in the sun. Explore the woods, you know that's my thing. I'm fully intended to be screaming your name. Are you ready for this here waterfall? Please go, Skinators, hear my call. Baby, give me something I ain't never felt. Made my toes curl, and made my toes curl, made my toes curl. I'm till your hair gone. Get it, Paula, he gon' have to take us home.
We can take a trip all over the world. It's just me and you, my baby girl. Shopping in Atlanta, lobster down in Tampa. Just pick up and go. We ain't even got a plan for taking us a trip all over the world. Whatever you want, I got it, girl. Wherever you wanna go, we can go, girl. What's on your mind? Wanna take a trip, girl? Let's just prioritize. First, get ready. Next, let's go. We ain't got nothing packed. We'll buy that as we go. Got your ticket, we taking off. I got an itinerary packed with how I'm gonna break you off. Eating at the finest restaurants. I buy the best of flaunt. What kind of drip you want? I'm trying to put you on to the finest things in life that you will never see unless you take a trip overseas to see Perry. You ain't gotta come out your pocket, little baby, that's on me. Take a trip to see the world, every corner, every piece. You might as well quit your job, cause it's gonna take more than a week. Try to jet land in Cali, then from there to Hawaii. We can take a trip all over the world. It's just me and you, my baby girl. Shopping in Atlanta, lobster down in Tampa. Just pick up and go. We ain't even got a plan for taking us a trip all over the world. Whatever you want, I got it, girl. Cruising through the islands on a jet flying private. Wherever you wanna go, we can just ask the pilot. Girl, shopping in Atlanta, lobster down in Tampa. Taking us a trip all over the world. Cruising through the islands on a jet flying private. All over the world. Take a trip all over the world.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F. Man. I don't know what's going on with my computer over here. Alright, I'm your host, Dan F. Man. I was sitting there jamming that song the whole time, and I forgot to even start the TikTok stream. It's okay, TikTok, y'all will get in here. So, I'm going to go ahead and get y'all motivation. I'm not going to waste y'all time. Today, we're going to do motivation for my women out there, of course, because it's Wednesday. So, where my computer? There we go. So let's go ahead and get that started so y'all can get a proper motivation and not just a half a motivation. And I'm going to start the TikTok stream in the background and work on some other stuff. All right, here we go. Motivation for mothers and daughters. I think we had a, hold on, let me check my notes. Hold up. Let me check my notes real quick, because we had one that we supposed to check. How much is for? Can I cash this? I ain't never had cash this neither. I got $1. I'm gonna cash this $1. This $1 right here. Alright, anyway, maybe I did cash it. Where my notes at? I should have had one sticky note. Dang, I should have had one sticky note. Hey, what's up, Zanita67? Good to have you in here. I should have had one sticky note from the last time we did a Wednesday show, telling me what the motivation is. It might be in my notes, it might not. We ain't gonna waste no more time though. Come on, let's go. Let's do one that we can watch. And let's get, hey, my level's right. And make sure my level's right. And we ain't getting no whack. I ain't putting on no whack video. How to parent a teenager. Hey, let's do it. Y'all ready?
In a little village, there once lived a couple, Yuki and Kenji. They were devoted parents to their teenage daughter, Aiko, who had recently transformed from their sweet child into a moody, distant adolescent. The change was swift and unsettling. Aiko's once bright laughter was now replaced by slammed doors and silent dinners. Yuki and Kenji, bewildered and heartbroken, decided to seek counsel from the village's revered Zen master, Hiroshi. One morning, they walked to the Zen master's hut at the edge of a forest. The air was thick with their worries and questions. As they approached, Master Hiroshi was tending to his simple garden, his movements slow and deliberate. Kenji and Yuki explained their distress, sharing how their daughter, Aiko, had become someone they scarcely recognized. They sought the Zen master's wisdom on how to navigate this turbulent phase. Master Hiroshi paused his work and invited them to sit. As he sat with the parents, his eyes were kind yet penetrating, as if he could see the worries within their hearts. The Zen master compared parenting a teenager to tending a garden. Each plant grows in its own time, in its own way. Some days the sun shines, other days, storms rage. The key, he said, is patience and understanding. Yuki, her voice trembling, asked how they could reach their daughter, who shut them out and often reacted with anger. They felt so helpless. Master Hiroshi nodded slowly, contemplating her words. He explained that teenagers are like fledgling birds. They test their wings, unsure if they can fly. They yearn for independence but are also terrified by it. It's a time of profound change, both for them and for their parents. The anger Aiko expressed was not truly directed at her parents but at her own confusion and fears. Kenji, frustrated, wanted to know what they should do and how they could handle Aiko's outbursts without escalating the situation at home. The Zen master smiled gently. He emphasized the importance of grounding themselves. A strong tree does not sway in the wind. In moments of conflict, remaining calm would provide Aiko with the security she desperately needed, even if she did not realize it. He continued by advising them to listen more than they spoke. When Aiko expressed herself, even through anger, she was giving them a glimpse into her inner world. They needed to validate her feelings, letting her know that her emotions were real and important, even if they did not agree with her perspective.
Appreciate the like, Stacy.
Instead of trying to correct her, they should acknowledge her feelings by saying they understood how she felt. Yuki, with tears in her eyes, wondered about the mistakes their daughter Aiko might make and how they could protect her. Master Hiroshi's eyes softened with empathy. He explained that mistakes are inevitable and are the stepping stones to wisdom. Their role was to guide her, but not to shield her from every fall. They should teach her that every action has consequences and allow her to experience them. Their support should help her rise each time she stumbled, not prevent the stumbles altogether. Kenji,
right?
holding Yuki's hand tightly, asked how they could maintain their own peace through all this,
feeling
like they were failing their child but also themselves. The Zen master stood up and gestured towards a stone lantern in his garden. He pointed out that the lantern had stood through countless storms, yet it remained unmoved. He encouraged them to find their center and inner peace. Engaging in activities that nourish their souls, be it meditation, a walk in nature, or simply a quiet moment of reflection, would help them stay balanced. When they were balanced, they would be better equipped as parents to guide Aiko through her storms. He reminded them that this phase would pass. Just as the caterpillar does not become a butterfly overnight, they should have faith in the process and in their daughter's journey. With these words, Yuki and Kenji felt a weight lift from their hearts. They expressed their gratitude deeply. As they left Master Hiroshi's garden, they carried with them a renewed sense of hope and a deeper understanding of their role as parents. The road ahead was still uncertain, but they now knew that with patience, empathy, and inner calm, they could navigate the complexities of their teenage daughter's world. In doing so, they would not only help her grow but also grow themselves. If you enjoyed the story, please feel free to subscribe to the channel for more.
Well, yeah, I definitely
Thank you so
enjoyed the
much.
story. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Why I ain't signed in? Y'all playing with me. Oh, maybe it's because it's Chrome. Anyway, I definitely enjoyed the story, and I hope that all my women out there, mothers and daughters, got something out of that. That was beautiful. If I do say so myself. You know, on Wednesdays, we gonna get it to y'all women out there, you know what I'm saying? Just like we gonna get it from my mans and them on Mondays. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and today we are taking a trip. Finding Our Way Wednesday, of course, it's about the journey, y'all. So my first title I had in mind was, it's about the journey of journey. Something I had with journey. I was gonna say journey. That's what it was gonna be. But then I was like, nah, that's kind of simple. That's kind of vague, whatever you want to call it. But I don't want to use that one. So I went with. I hope y'all. I'm not too loud out there. So I went with. We taking a trip. And so, what that means for me, and what that means for us today on the show is, we're gonna go sightseeing. All right. Now we finding our way, but we gonna go sightseeing. All right, because sometimes you need to be able to just sit back and see what's out there. You ain't going necessarily to a particular spot right now. I mean, you are headed there, but you got a little few minutes to do some sightseeing. We can do some sightseeing today. Now, what I mean, in a sense of finding our way or being on a journey. Let me turn my mic down. What I mean about like finding our way or being on a journey and then taking a trip, doing some sightseeing and all of that, just means that you're on your path. You on it. You know what you're doing. You got it. You got it covered. I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Where the camera? You know what I'm saying? You got it. I'm not going to tell you you don't. But let's just take a little trip to the other side, or to maybe a different perspective, or just a different viewpoint on where it is you could be. All right, let's do a little bit of sightseeing now. I'm on this computer over here. Now, of course, we're gonna start off with my man's Earl. I don't know if y'all know about Earl. We done listened to Earl a couple times. And he always got it. He always got it right when I need it. So I'm gonna go back to him again. Y'all sit back and y'all listen. And I ain't gonna say no more. Y'all just listen up. If you've heard it before,
Guess where
so what?
Slumu Institute is landing next?
This is what we need.
Charlotte, the world's number.
I remember one time I was driving through Arizona and I saw one of those giant earth-moving machines roaring along the road at about 35 miles an hour with what looked like 20 tons of dirt in it. A tremendous, incredible machine. And there was a little man perched way up on top with the wheel in his hands guiding it. And as I drove along, I was struck by the similarity of that machine to the human mind. Just suppose you're sitting at the controls of such a vast source of energy. Are you going to sit back and fold your arms and let it run itself into a ditch? Or are you going to keep both hands firmly on the wheel and control and direct this power to a specific worthwhile purpose? It's up to you. You're in the driver's seat. We must control our thinking. We must control our thinking. It's up to you. You're in the driver's seat. We must control our thinking. The very law that gives us success is a two-edged sword. The same rule that can lead a man to a life of success, wealth, happiness, and all the things he's ever dreamed of for himself and his family, that very same law can lead him into the gutter. It's all in how he uses it, for good or for bad. This is the strangest secret in the world, for good or for bad. This is the strangest secret in the world. We must control our thinking. We must control our thinking. It's up to you. You're in the driver's seat. We must control our thinking. Now, why do I say it's strange, and why do I call it a secret? Actually, it isn't a secret at all. It was first promulgated by some of the earliest wise men, and it appears again and again throughout the Bible. But very few people have learned it, understand it. That's why it's strange, and why, for some equally strange reason, it virtually remains a secret. I believe that you could go out and walk down the main street of your town and ask one man after another what the secret of success is, and you probably wouldn't run into one man in a month who could tell you. Now, this information is enormously valuable to us if we really understand it and apply it. It's valuable to us not only for our own lives, but the lives of those around us, our family, employees, associates, and friends. Life should be an exciting adventure. It should never be a bore. A man should live fully, be alive. He should be glad to get out of bed in the morning. He should be doing a job he likes to do because he does it well. We must control our thinking. We must control our thinking. It's up to you. You're in the driver's seat. We must control our thinking. One time I heard Grove Patterson make a speech, the editor-in-chief of the Toledo Daily Blade. And as he concluded his speech, he said something that I've never forgotten. He said something like this: "My years in the newspaper business have convinced me of several things. Among them, that people are basically good, and that we came from someplace, and we're going someplace. So we should make our time here an exciting adventure. The architect of the universe didn't build a stairway leading nowhere, and the greatest teacher of all, the carpenter from the plains of Galilee, gave us the secret time and time again. As ye believe, so shall it be done unto you. As ye believe, so shall it be done unto you. As ye believe, so shall it be done unto you. As ye believe, so shall it be done unto you. As ye believe, so shall it be done unto you.
That paid out.
As ye believe, so shall it be done
So
unto you.
now you see what I mean when I'm talking about we taking a trip. You right now sitting behind your own very eyes, body, face, whatever you want to say. I can't put it on there. What's the name? All right, whatever. You sitting behind your own being right now. And it's a trip in itself. Life is a trip in itself in so many different ways. Y'all can spin that however you want to spin it. What are you doing on this journey, though? Making a couple dollars here, having a little fun over there, having a couple experiences that you probably didn't want. All of that in itself is a part of this trip that we taking. But the reason I played this is just because it's all in the way that you think. It's all in the way that you act on what you think. And it's all about what you learn from after you act on what you think. It's all within you. Now, getting a handle on that is kind of hard. I know. You be like, dang, I don't really look good today. I might be fat. It's okay. It's okay. That's your thoughts. It didn't come from nowhere. It didn't get like somebody ain't sitting over you like, pew, I'm gonna hit him with this thought. Pew, I'm gonna hit him with that. Look at this, I'm about to snipe him. That thought, bow, and snipe him with that thought. You fat ass. I'm sorry. It's under your control. Now, things like meditation, sitting still, focus in itself help the situation. It helps you to grow. It helps you to be able to control the way that you think. But I'm going to give you a metaphor. All right? I'm going to give you just a different way to look at this. Let's just say that your thoughts are a variation of, hey, you can do it, and no, you can't, all the time, right? Well, in the middle somewhere is a nice perspective on both sides. Sometimes you see that that's useful when you say to yourself that you can do it. And maybe sometimes you may say that it's useful for you when you can't do it. Here's the perspective I need you to have, though. We taking a trip right now and we on the road. So if we're trying to get somewhere and we're trying to go, we ain't got no time for anything that's not propelling us in that direction. What I mean is, if we stop and put water in the gas tank, that ain't gonna get us nowhere. Sometimes the fuel does not come from you lifting yourself up. Sometimes the fuel comes from you tearing yourself down. You need an example? Okay, here you go. You're stupid for being with him. You dumb for being with him. Look at how he treats you. You tearing yourself down. But you know you lifting yourself up because you shouldn't have been there anyway. I'm going to say that one back to me. You shouldn't have been. You should leave whoever that person is alone if they not good for you. Just leave them alone. Don't even answer the phone for them. Because it ain't no good. And if you do, you do, I'm going to talk about you. I ain't going to talk about you behind your back because I'm you. I'm going to talk about you in your soul. I'm going to shoot that thought in your soul. You know you tripping. You see what I'm saying? Now, let's look around at some different stuff. So let's say right now, you've been living your life. I talked about this yesterday with the legacy as far as the tech goes. And I hope y'all like how I did. I like that. We should clip that. Anyway, I talked about it yesterday with the legacy on Tech Tuesday. But let's go a little bit further with it to... I did the first part of that just to give y'all some confidence in what we're going to do next. Let's take just a little bit of a look into what things look like. That's the take a trip part. If you were to continue on to whatever it is that you wanted to do. I used the idea of making jewelry in yesterday's episode. Or maybe it's that very good idea you have for some sort of tape deck MP3 player thing. Let's take a trip and see what some of these things look like if we were to just follow them out, or just go ahead and follow it through. You maybe have drawers and drawers full of jewelry parts, but we gonna just take this trip. All right. What if I make jewelry? Let's see what this put up. I keep talking about the jewelry. What if I make jewelry? Hold on. I probably spelled jewelry wrong. Hey, that's what's up. Hold on. If this one was shorter, I would watch it. How to make custom jewelry. Okay. What you need to make jewelry. Alright. Let's go.
Worried roach spray.
Oh my gosh, roaches.
Combat bait kills the entire nest.
Yeah, go ahead and put that. I remember we used to see them commercials back in the day.
Course meal called
Where they got the
Aussie,
little
Aussie, Aussie.
roach running into the house and he like,
salad, your choice of select entrees, and cheesecake for dessert. Three courses.
Hi there, I'm Elizabeth with Ellie's Hand.
Alright, hold on, let me turn me down and turn
where I
y'all
share
up.
tips, tricks, and tutorials for those looking to learn the art of wire weaving. And today this video is about wire, specifically what kind of wire that you need to wire wrap and wire weave. I know there's a lot of questions out there floating around like, should I use copper wire, aluminum wire, should I use round, square, half hard, dead soft? There's a lot of questions out there. So I hope to answer some of those questions in this video, as well as sharing what types of wire I actually use for my jewelry pieces here in the studio. So let's go ahead and jump into the video.
And I'd also like to tell you about my new website where you can sign up for a monthly newsletter detailing new tutorials, videos, and any upcoming projects. You can also find some written tutorials for sale if you prefer working at your own pace, and it helps me to continue creating free tutorials for all of you. I've left the links in the description below, and thank you so much for taking the time to support this channel.
So let's go ahead and jump into wire shapes. And we're going to cover just 3 main shapes in this particular video, as there are a lot of different shapes out there. The first one we're going to cover is round wire, which is the most commonly used in wire wrapping and wire weaving. It's also the easiest if you're just starting out. You don't have to worry about twisting the wire. It also tends to be less expensive than the square and half round wire, although half round is half the price because it's half. Get it? Anyway, it is easiest to use. It's also the most accessible. You're gonna have a much easier time finding round wire in stores, especially in craft stores, than you are, say, square or half round wire. Another common shape of wire would be square wire, and you'll most commonly see this with wire wrapped pieces, usually using half round wire to secure everything together. It's a very popular option and it adds a lot of dimension to your pieces. You can even twist it if you actually want to twist the wire to add some more texture to your pieces, and it's really pretty. But like I said, it's not necessarily the easiest for the beginner, as you have to be not only paying attention to what you're wrapping, but you also got to pay attention to what direction you are leading the wire, because it will twist and it is insanely frustrating when you're first starting out. So if you're going to start with any kind of shape, I would highly recommend starting with round wire. The next topic we're going to talk about is gauges. And what is a gauge? A gauge basically indicates the thickness of the wire. So in the United States, we use this gauge system, whereas in places like the UK, they tend to measure by millimeters. But if you're here in the United States, you'll probably know it best by the gauges. And the way the gauge system works is that basically the larger the number, the finer or the thinner the wire, whereas the opposite is true. So the smaller the number, the thicker the wire. So in this case, 30 gauge wire is super thin, whereas 12 gauge is super thick. Now, what gauges to use for what project? It kind of varies. I highly recommend looking at tutorials, as they have those listed out, and you can get the wire based on that tutorial. The most common gauges that I see specifically for wire weaving, which is what I do, is 20 gauge, 18 gauge for base wires, but for weaving wire, I typically use 28 or 30 gauge. If you're wrapping, you may want to use 20 gauge square wire, for an example, and half round wire maybe 22, 21, even as fine as 24 gauge. Those.
Let me see if she, I wonder if she show us a piece. I want to see if she show us a piece that she made. Because I know the type of jewelry she talking about too. It look like it's got one at the end right here. Hold up.
Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification.
Yeah, look at that. Hold on. Let me hide this off the screen. And this is what she's talking about right here. You see that? I don't know. Can y'all see that? You see that piece right there on the screen? Now, dang, now that's beautiful. I like that a lot. And her name is Ellie. Hey, that's my girl. It's a small world, girl. And it got the, you see it got the stone in the center of it. So that right there could be you. that's us taking that little trip. You feel what I'm saying? That could be you. Get your pieces together, and I'm not saying this in the sense of do it and so that you could put it on your YouTube channel. Ain't that looks so good. I'm not saying do it so you could put it on your YouTube channel or something like that. What I'm saying is just let your mind go and wander to that place of if you did do it, you have the stuff to do it, so do it. You see? All right. Let's see. Making music for beginners. Let's see what they got on this. Some of y'all want to make some music out there. Look, hey, hold on. You want to make some music. Hold up. I'm going to try to make this corny. It might not be corny,
Smart founders know something most people miss. Get your domain name even if you're not ready to launch your business. With
Go ahead and get up off of that wall. Cause it's your time to go out here and ball. You got it right up in your hands, so shoot that shot and make a switch. Ain't no time for you to wait. Go ahead, spread your wings up off the cliff. You know you got it, go ahead, get it. Go ahead, do it, yes you with it. You down with yourself, you put yourself on, so go ahead, get it. The fundamentals you learn, so get out there and just earn everything from what you doing. Cause it's time for you to let it burn, burn, burn the whole city down. Run the whole city now, cause you can do it, you can do it. Go ahead, make your mama proud, yeah, you can do it, you can do it. Burn the whole city now, earn what you're worth, cause your value is never turning down. Go do it, ain't nothing to it, you can do it. Just do it, it ain't nothing to it. Hey, you can do it, just do it, it ain't nothing to it. Hey, you can do it, just do it, it ain't nothing to it. Hey, you can. Alright, now let's watch this video.
I think I'm gonna roll with light for this one. Let's drop our file in here. Hit convert and see how this went.
what is going on? This is Tejo, and welcome back to the Lo-Fi Lounge. This video is meant to be like your blueprint, your ultimate guide, the things that you need to know and focus on, and the direction you need to go if you do want to start making your own music. Obviously, I'm not going to teach you everything about learning music production in this video, but I will point you to all those specific resources that you can use to start making your own music and become an artist. Let's get right into it. One of the major reasons learning music production can seem really overwhelming is because if you have no prior musical knowledge, you're actually learning two huge things at the same time. You're learning the technical side, like how to use a DAW and how to use gear, but then you're also learning how to make music, the fundamentals of music, and dare I say, music theory, which can sound scary to a lot of people. But I've actually created two series for beginners that can help make both of those things really easy. The number one is the music theory series for beginners starting from zero. I've had so many people tell me they've tried to learn music theory so many times, and I can relate to them when they tell me that every teacher has made it so overly complicated. But this series actually helps people break through and start to learn how to put together chords and melodies and how the notes on a piano work. And then I've also got the Ableton Live for Beginners series. That's the DAW that I use, but it's a great introduction to the technical side of things. But don't get discouraged. Music theory fundamentals and the fundamentals of learning a DAW can seem overwhelming, but you can do it. It's just gonna take time. It is also, whether you're a beginner or not, really easy to get caught up in the idea of gear. But the caution I have for beginners is that since you don't have enough knowledge to understand how to solve all your problems, it's easy to think that just buying another piece of gear will solve whatever problem you're having. And sometimes that's true. Like if you want to be able to record with a microphone, buying an audio interface is a good purchase. But then you end up in the rabbit hole, watching hours and hours of reviews, maybe even reviews on this channel, agonizing over what is the perfect gear. And what you need to embrace is that there really is no perfect gear. But don't get stuck in a loop and say, oh, well, this one does this one better, and this one does that one better, and which one should I get now? Sometimes it might come up to a coin toss. And other times you might have all of the gear that you actually need, and you don't need to be searching for gear reviews, and you don't need to be browsing for something else to buy. You need to just be making music. I've got a really great minimalist bedroom setup explanation video that tells you not which gear to buy, but which pieces you might need for what purpose. Either you need something or you don't. And if you're not buying something out of need, then I guess you're just buying it out of pure passion, and that's okay too. But just be honest with yourself about what's driving your decision to purchase more gear. There's no shortage of 5-minute, 10-minute, even 20-minute tutorials out there on the internet to show you how to do anything in music production. Sidechain compression, mixing, EQ, all of this great stuff that you can learn. But none of those can teach you the actual process, what it actually means to be making music, releasing music, putting together albums, living in the music industry. And there's really no shortcut to learning that until you watch a producer that you love. If you watch their full process, I'm talking long form, hours of them working on music, so you can see the nitty-gritty details of what they do, stuff that doesn't fit in these little snappy fast tutorials. If you want to know my nitty-gritty process and see how I actually work in Ableton Live outside of a short video, I do live stream weekly here on this channel, and you can watch previous live streams, but I just think watching a raw process, watching somebody really work through issues and struggle is a lot more informative sometimes than a quick tutorial. And we're also fortunate enough to live in a time where some of the greatest producers of all time have sat down to do interviews, hours of interviews, talking about little anecdotes from their career. You should be consuming all of that. And not only that, sit there with a notebook and consume all of that. Take notes. You do it with the math class and the history class that you don't care about. Why not do it with something that you actually care about? Learn from the masters through interviews or whatever they have out there. And there's no shortcut. You can't learn the process quick like that. There is, like I mentioned, a ton of content out there, but not all of it is actually going to help you learn, and not all of it is actually made to help you learn. Some of it is just meant to be entertainment. And it's important to make that distinction, because if you, after you come home from work every day, only have an hour to go on YouTube and maybe learn a little bit more about this hobby, or whatever time you have to spend learning about how to make your own music, you want to make sure you're not getting sucked into a vortex of entertainment that kind of checked a box in your head that said, oh yeah, I watched some music production videos, that's enough for today. But what did you learn from those videos? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those videos. I like to sit down and watch some Netflix or watch some fun YouTube videos sometimes too, but I'm mindful while I'm doing that, hey, this is just entertainment. There's a reason some of those videos out there are edited an awful lot like Mr. Beast videos, and it's not because they're trying to teach you something, it's because they're trying to keep you watching, keep you sucked in. So just be mindful and just be cautious about that. The way you spend your time learning music production, if you did sit down to learn music production, make sure you're consuming something that's actually informative. Alright, so I hope you found this video helpful, but don't forget, this video is just the beginning. This is just meant to be a blueprint. This is meant to be a compass to point you in the right direction. Links to all the resources that I mentioned are in the description down below. And if you do want to go a little bit deeper with a community of others that are trying to do the same thing as you, make their own music and release, consider joining the channel and becoming a member. It's a great way to support my channel and my work, but also connect with that broader community, get feedback on your music, see members only videos, get free sample packs. All that is available to you as a member on this channel. Check that out. Join button is down below. If not,
let me give them a like. I'll sub up to the channel. So that's for all my beginners out there who want to start making some music for themselves. Me personally, I enjoyed that video because I can always pick up some new knowledge about some stuff that I didn't know, as far as not necessarily making music, but the ways to get the sound that I want to get. I appreciate my man. Let's go a little bit further. What else I know y'all like to do out there? Yes, I'm picking from the stuff I know people like to do. All right. Coding for beginners. Let's get it. Coding on Roblox. Let's say you want to make a game. Or as a matter of fact, forget Roblox. Nah, yeah, Roblox will do. We'll do Roblox. Even though I don't like the way the current trend on it. Yeah, let's do this. Unreal Engine. There you go. That'll serve my purpose better. Forget Roblox. Oh snap. Oh snap. We're gonna watch this first one. Just rock.
My car insurance bill doubled? You should try Insurify. In just a few clicks, you can compare rates from dozens of insurance companies. And you could. I just got the same coverage for half the price.
How you feeling?
That's what I was gonna say. Go to Insurify.
See out there,
Have
girl.
up to $1,000 a year on
Come
your
on,
car
get some of
insurance.
this good knowledge of expansion pack real quick for your mind. I'm feeling good. How you feeling? All right. hold on, y'all. Check this out. Now, don't be alarmed. This stuff is gonna look really, 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 really good. It'll make you want to do this. And I say, yeah, we should. All right, here we go.
Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Jorge, also known as Koki Games in the Unreal Engine community. I'm an Unreal Engine developer and a marketplace creator with assets focusing on artificial intelligence and procedural generation. I've been using Unreal since 2016 and I've watched a lot of tutorials. And one of the things I've noticed is that most of the tutorials focus on teaching you the how, but not the why. What I mean is that most tutorials will teach you how to do something specific if you follow them step by step. But usually by the end of it, you're not sure how you can modify what you end up with to suit your needs. And this is why I'm creating this course. I will teach you everything you need to know to really understand the basics of coding by using Unreal Engine's Blueprint scripting language. I will start by teaching you fundamental programming concepts such as object-oriented programming, inheritance, class definition and instantiation, and more. This will serve as a foundation for everything else we will learn throughout the course. Then, I will teach you programming basics such as variables and data types, functions and events, code execution flow, arrays and advanced data types, blueprint communication, traces and overlaps, and more. These will serve as tools in your coding toolbox that you can use to create functionality. We will then use those tools by learning how to think like a programmer. I will teach you common techniques you can use to start with any idea and end up with functioning code. And finally, we will go over how to debug your code to make sure everything works as intended. Along the way, we will use simple examples to show practical uses for everything we learn. I'm also creating a Discord channel where you can ask questions, post suggestions, or simply share what you've learned. We have an active community that can offer support as you go through the course. Anyone can benefit from taking the course, from new and aspiring game devs to professionals wanting to learn Unreal to take their portfolio to the next level. If this sounds good to you, click next on the playlist to get started.
Yo, so alright.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
We just taking a little trip, so we're not gonna go any further than right here. But I will like, subscribe, and I'm also gonna put this on the playlist Knowledge of Expansion Pack so that y'all can go back and find it. Go over to the DGTA _TV YouTube channel. Go under playlist, and all of the videos that I'm saving on the Knowledge of Expansion Pack are right there. You can go find it for yourself, or just look at the screen and type it in yourself. Now tell me that ain't good. Tell me that ain't good right there. That's what it looks like to just keep going further and further and further. Go in and take that trip. You feel what I'm saying? Now we doing it here just mentally, or we just watching. We just imagining right now and seeing some of the possibilities. But your journey is going to be even better because it's going to be yours. You're going to be doing it. All right. Let's see. Making. Oh, no. Drawing for beginners. Let's do it step by step. Because I know some of y'all like to draw. You like to paint. You probably have a lot of this beginner stuff down, but let's see what it looks like from a different angle. So you draw on paper all the time, right? Well, now that stuff that you're drawing on paper can come to life. We can do more than that with it. You see what I'm saying? When I was younger, they had all kind of action figures for the TV shows that I watched. There's an action figure for this one, a Power Ranger for that one. I got a Pokemon game right here, and it's a Pokemon card, the plushie, the all type of stuff, right? So you want to be able to take that and do that yourself, all right? Now, it's easier now than it was maybe 10, 5, or even 2 years ago to do that, but the richness that you gain from putting something down on paper, then actually bringing it to real life as your creation, oh man, it goes without saying. So look, let's watch this. Oh no, that ain't the one. I don't want just drawing. Hold on, wait. Here we go. I got it. This is what we actually need to be looking at. I need one that's shorter than that. There we go. Y'all enjoy it. Because as we get further and further and further along this journey that we on, finding our way as a species, we're going to need to know this. Every single person is going to need to know this skill right here, and that's 3D printing.
If you're new to the world of 3D printing, it can be very overwhelming. But don't worry, with the right tools and a little bit of knowledge, you can easily get started creating amazing 3D projects. Here is a simple guide on how to get started in 3D printing. First, you'll need to choose a 3D printer. Now there are several different 3D printers out there on the market, and the best one for you will depend on your budget, your experience level, and what you want to print. Now a couple of my favorites are the Ender 2 Pro by Creality, because this thing is about $170 right around there US, and it's a great starter printer, and the Bamboo Lab P1P. Now this one's about $700, but it has so much more tech and it's so much faster that this thing is really worth the money. Now once you have a 3D printer, you need to get some filament. Filament is the material that creates the objects on your 3D printer. It comes on a spool, something like this, and it looks kind of like weed whacker line when you pull it out.
That's what she said.
Now this feeds into the 3D printer, and the 3D printer melts it to create the object you're printing. Now there are many different types of filament out there, but I highly suggest starting with PLA. It's going to be the easiest to print with, and most of the time it's cheaper than the other materials. Some of my favorite PLAs to start with are Filament, especially if you want a matte finish, they're really good. Protopasta for some amazing quality, and if you like the 3D printing nerd, you can get some High Five Blue. Polymaker makes some just amazing filaments all around. They come on a recyclable cardboard spool, and this stuff is some of my favorite to use ever. And also don't forget about the TH3D Spaghetti. I really love this. They have multicolor filaments that print more than one color at one time. So when you turn that model around, you can actually see different colors. It's so good. And also Coex 3D because they're local to me and a very good filament, especially when you're starting out. Don't worry if I went a little bit fast there. I'll have all of that linked in the description below so you can get started on the journey of buying your first filament. Next, you'll need to set up and install your 3D printer. You usually do that by following the manufacturer's manual that came with your 3D printer, and that walks you through the assembly, the software or slicer setup, and configuring your 3D printer for the very first print. Now, most 3D printers these days are mostly built and they would take you roughly around 30 minutes to get fully set up. Now, there are some kits out there that could take you much longer, and there are some that come fully assembled that take you much shorter, but I would definitely plan roughly around an hour average to get yourself set up with your brand new 3D printer. Now, once your 3D printer is set up and you have your filament, you need to choose your first 3D model to print. Now, there are many websites out there where you can get free and paid models, like this awesome Stormtrooper helmet right here. Some of my favorites include Thangs, Printables.com, and My Mini Factory. I'll have those linked in the description below. You can also create your own 3D models using a CAD software, something simple like Tinkercad or something like Blender or SketchUp or Fusion 360 allows you to create your own models, your own designs, and print them on your new 3D printer. Now, once you have your 3D model, you need to prepare it for printing. This process, known as slicing, uses a specialized software to convert your model into a file that the printer can read. Basically, it slices it up to a bunch of layers, and that's how your printer prints it. This 3D printing software, known as a slicer, will allow you to change how big the model is, the layer heights, the infill, and the support structures to optimize your model for 3D printing. Now, a lot of these softwares have printers built in, and a lot of the general profiles for the printers are very good, so it's a great place to start. And usually the manufacturer includes a slicer on the SD card with a profile for the machine you just bought to get you started. Real quick, if you're getting value from today's video, please hit that thumbs up, that like button. It really helps out. Also, if you want to see more videos about 3D printing, the printer. In some cases, like the Bamboo Lab P1P that was here earlier, you would send your file directly to the printer right over the Wi-Fi if you want to. Now, once you have it on your SD card, if you're going that route, you'll put the SD card into your printer, you'll turn the printer on, and then use the control panel to load your filament, to level the build plate, and get your 3D print started. Now, the printer will start building your model layer by layer, just like the slicer told it to do, and you're now 3D printing. Now, while your 3D printer is printing, you'll be able to monitor the process of the print on the control panel of the printer itself, and in some cases on software on your computer or even a phone app. This will allow you to make the necessary adjustments if needed and see the general status of your print while it's printing. Maybe how much time you have left, how much time has elapsed, stuff like that. Now, once your 3D print is finished, you want to remove it from the build plate as soon as it cools down. Now, it's very important that you make sure your build plate cools all the way down before you remove it from the plate. I say that because you could damage the plate if it's not cooled all the way down. Then what you want to do is remove any excess material or support structures if there's any printed into the model, and this will typically involve tools like maybe a needle nose pliers, tweezers, and the side cutters that probably came with the printer you bought. Now, just be very careful with you using the side cutters because these will cut you, so you don't want to do that. Finally, admire your finished 3D print. You'll probably want to show it off to your friends and your family and anyone who will listen, and that is perfectly normal.
Right.
Because the first time you get something off that build plate, the first thing you ever print, it feels just amazing. Now, with many prints, you can use it as it came off the printer or add additional details and finishes to make it even more personal to you. Like my Death Racer here. And that's it. With a little bit of knowledge and the right tools, you can get started in 3D printing. And that will allow you to create some amazing 3D objects.
All right, y'all. So look, I hope that y'all enjoyed that one particularly. That one was between that one and the Unreal Engine. Those two things are like, even the jewelry, that piece of jewelry that I saw that lady make. So listen, today we took a little trip to just explore what it is like to take your hobby, your thing you like to do, and put it right in front of you and go ahead and and start doing it. You know, we even looked at them, what it would be like making some music. You know what I'm saying? Get you some DAWs and some new beatbox machines and whatever they call them. You know, I probably know what they call them, but still. My point is, allow your mind to go to that place. Allow your mind to actually say, I'm starting this. And then start it. Now, starting looks different than when you finish. But we ain't talking about that. We talking about just starting. Alright? We looked at a few things to help get your imagination percolating, you feel what I'm saying? Don't let it fall back to the wayside. Keep going with it. Keep trying, keep striving towards it. Take that trip. We just finding our way either way. So this has been another episode of Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F. Man. I'm going to go ahead and get up off y'all nerves for the time being. Please, 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 if you got anything, well, that ain't what I was going to say. Please, 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 don't leave before the song over. I'm going to make sure it's a good song. You're going to have a good time. You're going to love it. You're going to make sure it's going to be good. Now, if you got any topics for anything you would like for us to talk about here on Expansion Pack, feel free to chime in. I'm all over the social media somewhere, one way or the other. You can message me. There are a couple different days that you can still get on for. Nah, tomorrow's the last day. So I'm not. Nope. Actually, today is the last day. There will not be a show tomorrow because I have to work. I'll be working tomorrow, everybody. But y'all can tune into the stream tomorrow. I will bring chat with me. We'll bring the stream with me to work. Again, we're going to work that day and get it popping. Now, if you do have any topics, there's Mindful Mondays, Tech Tuesdays, Finding Our Way Wednesday, which we on right now, Healthy Mental Thursday, and Fun Fact Friday. Feel free to chime in. Hey, Dan, hey, talk about this, man. You see, I got stuff I'm talking about, but hey, maybe you want to hear something. So feel free to drop that information on me. Also, I will be playing Hogwarts Legacy starting on Friday. So y'all get in there. I'm going to push my body to the limit because I know I'm going to be tired. I know I'm going to be like, but I'm going to start on Friday and I'm going to play until we done, y'all. So I'm going to be streaming. Y'all drop in the chat if you enjoy that type of thing. Just give me some tips, give me some tricks, drop in the chat. If you don't enjoy that type of thing, but just want to support me, drop in the chat, give a gift sub, do whatever it is you're going to do. Just do them, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all joining me. Don't leave for the song over, like I said before, because you know you're going to love the song. Y'all know. Here you go. This is DG.
Aww.
Yo, see y'all tomorrow. Well, I'll see y'all next
Serenade. Dan F. Man.
Scrap
Jones, what up? Leroy Baggins. This is 3B. ENT.
Mommy love me, love her. She know what I doin'. I'm trying to get this money, trying to stack, trying to do it. I kick it to the max like Nike. What you doing? You know already gave it wintertime, so the summer, huh? She know what I'm talking about. I'm dipping in the Rover, huh? Like she don't know these tricks is for kids. I'm outside romancing, trying to hop in the Benz. Call my old head Mike, trying to hop in the 10. What they talking about? Them trying to follow us then. I mean, I could lock the club down. I could pop bottles. I could buy you diamonds, ropes, and see your ass tomorrow. My baby mother, she don't even start that thought of that. I'm outside at the club trying to goggle this. What you talking about? Summertime in the QC, huh? She know what the game about. I'm trying to hit a 3, huh?
You and I, riding down Brookshire Avenue in the summertime. I can't lie, when I ride uptown, I feel so alive. The Queen City right here.
comes first. I freaks all the honeys, bunnies, playboy bunnies that's doing numbers. Cause I'm stacking this cash, I'm getting hundreds. It's a damn shame, it's changed the whole world looking funny. Cause I'm coming up fast, I'm in a hurry. I got this life like under control, I do not worry. I may have a side piece, but to my dreams I am married. I do not deal with old baggage, I do not carry myself like I'm less than a king. So like a king, you better know if die for my queen. I put my life on the line, hell yeah, I make a scene. Rolling in the range, me and mother looking clean. Me and my girl, we on the scene. I told her, me and you gon' ride though. So open up that side though. The spot we gon' slide through. This block party, ain't nobody buffing with my crew. I ain't studying no broad. Me and my girl, we gon' cruise down the boulevard.
You and I.